Hi guys, and today I wanna talk about the game called The Lost Village. I wouldn't recommend this game in the current state, at least not in the English version, since I purchased this game last week, or the 2 weeks before. It has gone through many updates. Many of these updates were good and included a lot of translation fixes, but it still needs more, some of which had made it outright impossible to understand certain elements of the game before being fixed. Over a mere 4 days, the combat mode changed at least twice, in very major ways. To be honest, I don't really feel touching it again until I can be certain that there isn't going to be another major overhaul in the near future. The visuals are nice and I do enjoy the actual building sim resource management part of the game. My main issue is either this game is super easy or I am way better at these games than I thought. My player character is the Nazgûl Soul Realm, the 4th of the stages, probably a little less than halfway through the progression ranks, if I remember correctly, and I have researched everything available. I have all the artifacts, my sect at max capacity, my sect faith, which allows you to purchase building blueprints, skill books, spells, is basically infinite because I fill the sect treasury with the rare plus legendary books for disciples to take, and they give me back way more faith than I spent on said books. I don't have everything in the game, but I also don't need everything. This mixture comes from the general conventions of the Xenia cultivation stories game is based on, in which both the adventure and the sect are important, and this game is right in giving design weight to both. It's also, I feel, well put together, so that the tone doesn't suddenly shift too much. Just like an omniscient, disembodied manager in the city builder parts, the auto-battling nature of the other game parts give you a management top-down perspective on the adventure. The interlocking between the parts is good as well, in that adventures are a good way to get certain resources for the city building, and the city building is a supporting infrastructure allowing your heroes to recover and advance between the adventures. There are of course of civets. In the natural column, it should be noted that this game has the features of gacha random drop mechanics. In the civet column, there are two things that I hope will be fixed in the future, and which players should beware. Firstly, there is still some bugs floating about, but the develops on it. And the English translation isn't complete. Several retro game parts are untranslated, and some of the translations present are wonky or have typos. As somebody who also has to do the translations at work, I'm willing to cut them some slack there, because internalization is a huge pain in the Carezotelum. It doesn't really seem to be any reason for the continue at this point. I mean, I guess I could do the combat modes. There's a multiple now, but they are very slow and also boring. When I'm playing in dungeons, I don't think this is the actual term of use in this game for the people who are already familiar with the stuff in the game. It's combat mode chapters. All I really do is put up the room titles for my team, and then I get bored out of my mind watching them loop through the level until the boss show up on the Ace circuit. I'm not even really using any of the Toro skills, artifact skills basically. Sometimes I'll pop a heal set out of assorable buffs if I'm feeling spicy, but other than that, I feel like I couldn't beat an AoE game. But it's not, because some of rooms offer multiple choices option and you have to click one of the get your team doing again. There just doesn't seem to be anything to work towards. I mean, I guess the point of any cultivation focused games is to reach max realm and ascend to the heavens or whatever. But why? Why it isn't for me? If there's a super awesome endgame that I don't know about, it seems like once I reach the ascension, it's just going to be there some green again. There's really no indication that it's worth it.